From leaving school, joined the Royal Signals in the Army and learned a little bit about the value of information, the value of having a secure environment, the value of having trusted staff and so on. I was a police data protection officer in 1987, so I was there at the start of the data protection and there at the beginning of the information security standard. So being in at the beginning, I had the ability to kind of build on these new concepts and actually put my own stamp on those kind of things within the organisation. Well, that took me up to 7 years ago when I started with the National Health Service as an information governance subject matter expert, working on the National Programme for IT, which was the National Health Service computerisation. Instead of all the old paper records, the idea was to digitise everything, make the records available nationally. Within the NHS itself, every NHS organisation has probably a similar kind of structure in terms of the roles and skills that they need to be able to manage information governance. So there's probably at the top a Caldecott Guardian who's responsible for the privacy kind of issues and the confidentiality issues. Under that there'll be an information security officer, probably a senior information risk owner, probably somebody who deals with data protection and subject access requests, as well as a general information governance officer who kind of oversees the management of all the kind of information security type issues. And that probably applies whatever the size of the organisation is. If it's a small GP surgery, then it'll be scaled down. You might get a couple of people performing similar roles. If it's a large NHS trust, then you've probably got individuals doing individual roles. We're looking for people who have information security standard background, so ISO 27001 lead auditors. We're looking for like data protection auditors, the BCS ISEB data protection qualification or information security qualification, the kind of things that we're looking for. ISO 27001 lead auditors we'll be looking for. If we're employing consultants, we'll be looking for like possibly class consultants. And certainly if we're employing you as information security specialists, we'll be looking for things like the CISSP qualifications. If I was procuring a new system for the NHS, then I would be looking at doing a risk assessment of the system, seeing what the kind of threats and vulnerabilities are that we're facing, what the value of the information are, what the kind of assets are throughout the system, and then putting together a set of information security requirements that I can give to the lawyers to write into a contract that we can then put out for procurement. Pick one particular work stream, don't try and generalise, but if you want to be a pen tester, if you want to be a forensic expert, then go down that particular path. Keep an eye on the other disciplines and be aware of them and know how they fit into the general picture, but try and specialise in one particular area and not spread yourself too thinly.